Hi everyone, welcome to Advanced Materials Research Lab. This is more specifically Materials Testing Lab where we do all the testing. In addition, we have all the grad students also who are stationed here. So please follow me so that I can show some of the important parts of this lab. So safety first. So this is where we have the safety information card which follows the UND safety policy. So as you can see in this lab, we work with flammables, cylinders, waste chemicals. So we have ways of disposing them. In addition, PPE is very important. Students are encouraged to wear gloves, safety glasses, shoe cover. I will show you where we keep them. By shoe cover, we mean that they need to wear closed-toed, no open-end shoes. In addition to that, we also have a eye wash station and a fire extinguisher. So I will show everyone these and we will go from there. So please follow me. So this is where we have our safety equipment lined up. So this is the MSDS sheets where we have all the MSDS of the chemicals we use. Students are encouraged to wear lab coat. So every students, they get their own lab coat. In addition, it's compulsory for them to wear eye protective wear. So all the students, they have their own personal eye protective wear. In case they don't have them, we have them in-house also, so they can use them and clean them and then go from there. We also have state-of-the-art first aid kit where we keep all the required first aid for if there is any small injury or anything. And we have the protocol also. Students are told to call 911 or the safety department. In addition to that, we have gloves, safety gloves, medium, small and large, depending on the students and how they want to go from there. So having said that, let me show you the second part of the safety protocol we have. We have an in-house fire extinguisher. In addition to that, we also have a emergency shower, eye wash. So they can press it here for the eye wash, and this is the shower we have. So if they need anything, they can have full shower and go from there. So I think we are very well furnished in terms of safety, and students are encouraged to follow safety rules, and I continuously monitor them. And we also have safety officers in the lab also. So grad students also look after undergrads to make sure that they are following the safety protocol. So having said that, let me show some of the equipments we have in the lab and kind of demonstrate them as we go on. So the first equipment, which is very vital for our research, is a ball mill. This is again a self-enclosed unit. It's very safe to operate, and students just need to put in their cylinder to mill their samples and then go from there. In addition to that, we have a weighing scale. Again, students are told to clean up their workstation after they have done weighing. In addition to that, we also have our safety rules written here, where students are encouraged to wear PPE as well as work in buddy system. That's very important so as to minimize any kind of, if any emergency or anything like that happen. In addition to that, we also have a freeze mill. This is very similar to the ball mill there, and we have operating procedure for that. And if any case, in this case, they can do milling by using in frozen environment. So that's another alternative. This is another equipment. This is a vacuum oven. So by using this oven, students can dry their sample. We have statement of a procedure for that, and they use it and go from there. We also have another small ball mill here. This is also very much like the ball mill, very safe to use. So along with this, let me go and show you some of the high temperature capabilities we have. So this is an example of a extruder we have, where students work with powders and they can make their own filaments. This is an example of a small furnace. So if you look very carefully, some students are drying their sample. Again, this is very safe to use, and students are trained regarding how to use that. So having said that, let me show you some of the high temperature processing equipment. So one equipment which we do have here is a hot press, and this press can actually show processing at very high temperature. In this angle it will have a clear view, so let me show you what it does. So this is the platens. Students can place their sample inside here, and then they can apply pressure to the sample, and if you look very carefully, this is the pressure gauge, and we can also monitor temperature. So that's an example of a hot press. So along with it, we have one another box furnace, which is the same as like I explained before. In addition to that, this is a very vital piece of equipment. So if we look very carefully, we have the safety precaution written here, as well as we have the safety marked down. So this is the enclosed area of this unit. This is a furnace which can go until 1500 degrees centigrade. This furnace is used for high temperature sintering experiments, and again students are told to follow all the safety precautions, and my emergency number is also written here. So along with it, we also have another very good furnace. So if you come with me, let me show you this particular furnace we have. This is something which was set up by students as a part of their senior design, and the student who did it, he is actually doing very well and is working in industry. Here also we can go to slightly higher temperature. We can go to 1600 degrees centigrade, and the instruction and the statement of how to operate this furnace is there with it, and students are trained how to operate this instrument. So having said that, like I was mentioning, we are a advanced materials research group, and we are doing lot of material testing. So in order to do that, we have to store our chemical in a legal and safe way. So let me show you the place where we stock our chemicals. So we have very good facility to do that. These are the flammable cabinets, and we work with UND safety guys to make sure everything is going fine. So these are for the corrosives, for powders, as well as for the acids. And if you look at it, all the inventory, they are updated, and we keep a close watch of the chemicals we are receiving, and then we update the MSDS unit too. So along with it, let me show you some other cluster we have. This is one setup which students are working on. Previously I showed you the extruder. So students make extruder, and then they work with this 3D printer, and these are some examples of samples which have been printed by students. This is dark weather. This is an example of Disney Disney palace. So this is something which we can do. In addition to that, we have got another very important piece of equipment. Let me show you. So this is an example of a robot arm. So this is part of we are working on cold spray, and we are just in the process of installing that. This is part of the coating based technologies which we are developing in the group. Let me show you another physical vapor deposition. We won this instrument as a part of NSF EPSCoR grant. So this is an example of physical vapor deposition, where we have the target, and then we put our sample in, and we can develop coatings and then go from there. So this thing is operated by this gas, helium gas, and if you look very carefully, it's very well restrained according to the UND safety facility, UND safety. So again, welcome to our materials lab. Thank you for attending and watching this particular showcase to showcase some of the instruments we have. If you have any question, comments, please reach out to me. Thank you so much.